Happy August, future generations. Our theme of the month is daily flow. Daily flow, we have some principles. Daily flow, we have some aligned action items. These are basically taken from my blog. Please read my blog if you want to know more details. Daily flow has a lot to do with moving well. Every month we'll do an eat well, we'll do a move well, we'll do a think well, and we'll do a chiropractic. And moving well is how we animate life, right? From a cellular level all the way to like a planetary level, life moves and life expresses through motion. Life expresses through motion through the nervous system. That's how it connects to chiropractic, right? Number one principle, motion is life, period. Kind of went over that already. Number two, action is better than intention when choosing both, or when choosing one. Both are best. Obviously, intentional movements, healthy movements, actually conscious movements are super important, right? But in a lot of us, I would say that sometimes just getting some exercise is better than not getting some exercise, right? There's research that shows that sitting at a desk for 20 minutes can actually create scar tissue, create inflammatory patterns, can actually change your blood sugar, et cetera, et cetera. And so for us, we tend to say that the more you can actually move, the better. Number three, movement is the most important nutrient for your brain and nervous system. Literally, the deficiency of movement causes an increase of something called nociception in your body and your brain, and basically that will actually create the perception of more pain, will actually increase inflammatory patterns, et cetera, right? And so movement is the most important nutrient for your brain. What that also means is that literally we get stimulation from the environment through our senses, through our gut and our visceral function, but 90% of the stimulation that actually gets to your brain is actually from your actual body, from movement, right? And most of it coming from the spine. Why is that important? Because the deficiency of that will actually lead to decreased brain function. It's actually unequivocal in basic science. Number four, health and fitness are not the same. You cannot be healthy without being fit. However, just because you are fit does not mean that you are healthy. Here's the key. I used to be ridiculously fit. When I was in the Army, I could bench press 350 pounds. I could literally run, I remember my fastest 2 mile, which is not faster than some of our patients in the office, but my fastest 2 mile was about 12:20. And that was crazy fast. I could do that, just literally drop everything and go out for a run. Didn't matter what I was wearing, and I could literally go and do that. The problem was, back in 2005 when I got out of the Army, is that I wasn't healthy. I was extremely fit, but I wasn't healthy. And so this is one of the fundamental principles, because health does not exist without fitness. You can't have health, true health, without a certain level of fitness. But just because you're fit doesn't make you healthy, all right? And so what's the point? The point is we gotta put it into action. Right? And on this end, aligned action basically means, based on these principles, what is something that you can actually do today that will change? Literally, if you do this today, you commit to something like this, not maybe tomorrow, because you'll probably be a little bit sore if you have been a little bit sedentary recently, but literally 6 months, a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years down the road, the trajectory change of your health will be literally, you couldn't even calculate it, right? So number one, establish a daily movement routine you can commit to, right? And so the first thing is, do it first thing in the morning. Why? Because when you wake up, the mind is still enslaved to sleep, right? And to get your mind back into your body, there's nothing better, there's no more efficient way than actually get moving, right? In my morning routine, which you can read my blog and actually see what my morning routine looks like, regardless, it's a 5 to 10 minute routine in the morning. And I make it fun and I make it adaptable, meaning I can do it at any moment, right? I could literally do my 5 to 10 minute routine right now if I wanted to. I wouldn't break too much of a sweat because I'd actually be fine to actually work the rest of the day. But in the end, the reason why this is the case is to get your mind back in your body. 2, make it efficient so that you continually do it. Number 3, make it fun so it stays sustainable long term, right? The point is that there's unequivocal research about exercise. You can look at some of the resources in my blog. 91% of preventable diseases are actually prevented prevented by movement, by exercise, right? And most of us, the theme is that we're getting into this, it kind of goes for a while, it's like full on 5 days a week CrossFit, and then you burn out at 6 weeks or so because your body's overtraining and your system's overtaxed. For me, daily. My grandpa, World War II vet, he used to do 100 push-ups a day. And that's how he started his day, 100 push-ups a day. And literally I do a version of that now, because it's literally what I know. I have no excuses that I can do, right? And so in the end, principles, aligned action, theme of the month was daily flow. Read our blog. Number 2, get into this action. And then at the same time, I got a couple announcements. Number 1, if you're going to be around this weekend and you're going to the big latch on, we are one of the, I can't remember what level sponsorship, it's whatever the top level is. We're going to be out there with the booth. Please come out and say hi. Number 2, next month, because part of my morning routine is actually the BirthFit functional progressions and the BirthFit squat therapy. Next month, if you're expecting, we have a prenatal series that we're hosting here in the office. Jacqueline Diaz, our regional director. Please come out. It's one of the best prenatal childbirth education classes there is, and we'd love to see you there. All right, happy August.